this Dalmatian had a sudden whim. It wanted to find a partner for its owner, to resolve its owner's lifelong marriage issue. It would perch on the windowsill every day, gazing out, fixing its eyes on every passerby, but they were either too artsy, or too overweight, or too trendy, or too young or too old. The Dalmatian, Pangu, thought none of them were suitable partners for its owner. Just as Pangu was feeling a tinge of disappointment, a snow-white figure came into its view. This all-white Dalmatian made Pangu's eyes light up, and its owner was equally enchanting. Pangu believed this was a once-in-a-century perfect match, so it quickly climbed up the stairs, memorizing the route they took to the park. But looking back at its owner, Roger, he was still lost in the world of music, self-absorbed. To enable Roger to meet this beautiful girl, Pangu deliberately set the clock 1 hour ahead. Then, it hung from a rope and stood by the door, barking, signaling its owner it was time for a walk. Roger glanced at the clock. Although the time didn't match his watch, he didn't mind after sitting all day, and prepared to dress and take Pangu out. At this moment, Pangu couldn't contain its excitement. Before Roger could even light his cigarette, it pulled him downstairs. Roger also found Pangu's unusual behavior a bit strange today. Upon arriving at the park, Pangu pulled Roger and ran forward swiftly, searching everywhere for the girl it had just seen. But Roger had no idea what his beloved dog was up to, just following it blindly. After several attempts, Pangu couldn't find the female Dalmatian and its owner, but it didn't give up. Finally, on a riverside bench, the Dalmatian spotted the female Dalmatian and its owner. Excited, Pangu looked at Roger's clueless expression, and decided to take matters into its own hands to bring the two together. It pulled Roger, deliberately passing by the female Dalmatian and its owner, its arrogant demeanor catching their attention. Plan step 1, success. Then, Pangu snatched its owner's hat, intending to throw it on the bench, forcing its owner to retrieve it. But to its surprise, the female Dalmatian and its owner had already left. Pangu was momentarily stunned, not wanting to let this opportunity slip away. Pangu pulled its owner forward, using the dog leash to entangle the two. This sudden move caught both off guard. As they fumbled to free themselves from the leash, they both fell into the pond. The splashing water seemed like ripples of their budding love. At this point, the Dalmatian's goal was achieved. It had brought the two together from that moment on. Roger proactively took the lady's hat and placed it on her head, then pulled out a handkerchief from his pocket, preparing to wipe her down. The two, both soaked, laughed at each other's sorry states. But regardless, Roger's gentlemanly behavior won the woman's favor. The two Dalmatians also became acquainted. Their relationship progressed rapidly, and soon, under the blessing of a priest, they walked into the hall of marriage, and the two Dalmatians naturally became a couple, united in matrimony.